3, 2, and we are live. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Yeah. What is up, Facebook? Happy freaking New Year. It is the third day of the new year. First week of the new year. I hope everybody's New Year's off to a great start. I know that I've been running around on this treadmill we call life in business like there's no tomorrow. I'm feeling like Superman. I am energized. I am charged up. And I am super thankful that I got the opportunity to talk to you guys today because a lot has changed in social media. A lot changed in the tail end of 2017. We saw a lot of changes and rollouts in different platforms like Instagram. Some things happened in YouTube. We saw the rise of Facebook advertising costs continue to go sky high and much, much more. And all these things are going to greatly affect how you market in 2018. Now, if there's one thing that any of us know about marketing, we know that it moves very fast and changes very quickly. And those that don't have their ear to the ground are often the ones that end up getting swallowed by the competition because they never learned how to pivot. Just look at Snapchat, right? So, don't worry though. Today, I am going to give you the 5 top things that you need to pay attention to in 2008. And in case you are wondering why I'm wearing this robe, it's because since I was a little boy, I've always been an aspiring entrepreneur. And while I respect the man that wears the suit, I always knew the guy that wore the robe made the most money. So yeah, that's the backstory to that. I've got a few notes here. Work with me. This is one of the first lives I've done in a really, really long time. So I may use my notes as kind of a cheat sheet. But yeah, let's have a good time, man. So, number 1, brands are starting to head to YouTube for lead generation. If you are a social media marketer or you are a digital marketer or digital advertiser, this is something that you need to have your eyes on. People have always went to YouTube for lead generation, but now it's becoming something that people are actually getting hip to and aware of. Especially as Facebook ad costs continue to rise and entrepreneurs are looking for new ways to generate leads for free. Now, YouTube is still an untapped source regardless of the amount of people that are on there using YouTube right now. The reason being is because many people only view YouTube as an uploading platform. But experts like Marley Barrett, who actually uses YouTube to help business generate leads, knows much better. Just imagine being discovered by your ideal customer every single day at the exact moment that they're actually searching for a solution to their problem. This helps you build immediate, like, know, and trust, and they can develop into a long-term bond. So, if you aren't checking out YouTube yet, I definitely suggest you allocate the resources and the manpower to make it happen. Okay, number 2, Facebook advertising costs, well, the rise of them, are here to stay. I know it sucks for a lot of people. A lot of business owners are claiming that they can't stand it. I actually had this conversation with a client of mine via email over the weekend. To be frank, they were pretty pissed that they had to pay to reach an audience that they already paid to reach before. But like I said, unfortunately for them and anybody else who wants to complain, this is the field that we're playing in. It's not going to get any cheaper anytime soon. So what that means is that you need to be innovative. You need to be focused. You need to be constantly learning the changes that are going on in Facebook advertising to utilize those campaigns to get the cheapest cost for conversions, the cheapest cost for acquisitions, or find another platform that you can use and advertise on for either free or for much, much cheaper. Now, I forgot to mention Lauren Bartley, who's a social media strategist. She actually predicts that Facebook and Instagram advertising are going to rise considerably over the next 12 months. And it's going to be an ongoing trend. Now, regardless of the market saturation, social media is still one of the best ways to advertise. It's one of the best ways to build awareness about your brand and to build your audience. And it gives you a competitive advantage for years to come. Here's the thing, though. The advantage of getting into Facebook marketing right now is going to be like the early adopters of social media, the advantage that they had when organic reach was completely abundant and they didn't have to pay for traffic. So the point is this. If you aren't on the train now, you need to get on right now, because if you wait, it's going to be too late. All right? So make it happen. Number 3, Twitter sees a renewed relevance. Now, Twitter is one of those platforms that should have pivoted when they were neck and neck with Facebook, especially when Instagram and Snapchat came out, and they never did. And for a long time, people thought the Twitter bird was dead. It did cause the platform to fall out of favor considerably once Instagram and Snapchat arrived. However, it's still breathing, truth be told. With large brands like Wendy's keeping the Bluebird's heart pumping, brands are now quickly realizing there is a massive, highly engaged audience to tap into. Now, as I stated earlier, Facebook advertising costs are only going to continue to get higher, which makes a fast-moving platform like Twitter a positive place to create brand awareness through user-engaged conversation. Now, the feat for most brands and most marketers are going to be, how can we figure out to build an engaged following in such a fast-paced, ambiguous platform? The key here, people, is going to be patience. I've actually been building a Twitter audience for a client of mine for the past 2 months. And for the first, I'd say 45 days, we were cranking out content. I mean, we were probably doing at least 7 tweets a day, not counting all the retweets and the just conversations that we were having, even with the following strategy. And for the first 45 days, we heard absolutely crickets. But after that, we saw an exponential amount of growth, not just in following, but in actual engagement. I mean, we're getting really, really good engagement for the amount of following that we have. And any marketer that knows marketing or social media knows that that's where the real gold is. It's not necessarily and always the vanity metrics, but it's how many people are following you that are actually engaging with what you have to say, because those are more than likely going to be the people that actually buy from you. So if you are not using Twitter right now, check it out. I know it can be kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. It seems like Twitter is kind of dead at times, or you see these people with 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 followers, but they're following like 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 people, and then their tweets are only getting like maybe 1 or 2 likes a comment. Some gurus are teaching growth strategies that I honestly think are bullshit, and they should be crucified for it, but that's another story. Just do you. Be true. Be honest. Get out there on Twitter and have conversations. Conversating with people on Twitter is going to be the best way to build your following and to increase your brand awareness. The growth tactics help, but if you just put in the work and have fun and get into the conversations, you can see a lot of really good growth and a true engaged fan base over time. So, number 4, Instagram steadily improves content quality with the stories highlight. Man, I am loving what Instagram's doing right now. I think they're fucking killing it in terms of providing quality content for their users. Now, the recent rollout of the Stories Highlights feature allows pages to host static collections of previously disappearing posts on their profiles, and this could actually change the way brands approach their stories. Now, I took advantage of this feature over the holiday when I ran a contest for a client, and we saw some really, really good results. What I did was used Canva to make some really cool graphics. And we just talked about like favorite holiday movies, favorite holiday candies, favorite holiday songs, yada, yada, yada. But where the real goal was is that I used the feature part of the stories highlights to basically create a sense of urgency in the contest to get people to actually enroll to sign up to participate. So I would do like there's only 5, 4, 3, 2 days left kind of Instagram story, and I would highlight it on the profile page, so when the other influencers that I collaborated with would actually promote the contest in their stories and tell people to run to our profile in order to click the link to enter to win, they would see the story highlight on our profile that said, hey, you only got 2 days to enter, and we're giving away a bunch of badass prizes. Now, what the result of that was is that before we were probably getting maybe about 22% of our following viewing our stories. Well, our views and engagement jumped up to about 300%. So, I'm just loving what Instagram's doing. And the way they keep improving this platform and providing users and brands more ways to connect with one another, I would not be surprised if the people at Snapchat finally throw in the towel and decide to sell the company. Maybe that $30 billion offer from Google last year might still be on the table. Who knows? Owners might want to hit them up and see what's going on. But speaking of Instagram, I end our list with number 5. Competition will heat the fuck up on Instagram with the ability to follow hashtags. Seriously. Now, the end of 2017 saw the rollout of the follow feature for hashtags, which means users can now follow accounts and hashtags, which is a pretty big deal. Like I said, this can literally change the way users discover brands and the way brands develop new followers. While the algorithm isn't perfect yet, the more people actually use this feature, the more Instagram's going to get the correct data that they need to actually really have a great algorithm. And it'll give people the ability to use a hashtag post in a really creative way that, will really put their brands out there. Now, the caveat to this is that Instagram is steadily becoming a more and more competitive platform. With this feature, it's just going to get more competitive. So it's going to be the early adopters, as always, that'll have the greatest advantage, okay? And that's it, folks. Those are the top 5 things that I recommend you pay attention to in social media. If you feel like there's something I missed, please comment below. Let me know. If you liked what I said and you're feeling that, please like this, share this, comment on this, engage with it so more people can see it. I would really, really, really appreciate it. All right? I know I talked a little bit about Facebook advertising costs continuing to rise, and I think next week I'm probably going to talk about some Facebook ad strategies. Facebook has actually rolled out some new features in their ad accounts, and I want to talk about those to, at the very least, help you become more aware of what you can do to try to get the lowest cost per acquisitions for your ads, because I still think that even though the ad costs are going to rise and competition is going to get stronger and stronger, now is the best time to get into Facebook advertising. I know a lot of people are scared of it, and it can seem like something that's really confusing, but have no fear. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a lot of energy this year into teaching you everything I know about Facebook ads so that you can do them confidently and you can achieve really good results. All right? My name is Christopher Great. I am your Facebook ad strategist and social media specialist. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching.